All right, I've been getting a lot of questions. Folks worried about their nutrition, losing weight, losing fat, what to eat, what not to eat, everything from meal timing to thoughts on keto diets to the amount of protein, you name it. And I just don't know how to make it any simpler than one of my favorite coaches, Dan John, made it. So let's just kind of share what this guy figured out, okay? So to start with is we want to know if we want to lose weight or fat. Now, the easiest way to know this is to check your height to waist ratio. If your waist is greater than half your height in inches, we want to worry about losing weight versus fat only. I don't care if it's fat, it's muscle, it's water, we got to become a smaller person. So if I'm 60 inches tall, 5 feet, and I have a 30-inch or greater waist, so let's just lose some weight. When it comes to losing weight, it really is as simple as calories in, calories out. I don't care what anybody else says. If we're talking about weight loss, it's calories in, it's calories out. It's called the law of thermodynamics. So think about that, the law of thermodynamics. That's like the law of gravity. It's a law. It's a scientific thing. It's been proven. It's not a hypothesis. It's not a theory. It's a law of thermodynamics. Just check out that TV show Naked and Afraid, or watch Survivor or anything like that, where they're trying to live off crickets and grass and acorns, and they all lose a lot of weight because they're in a caloric deficit. Now, when it comes to diets and strategies that help promote a caloric deficit, it's just the quantity of food. Quantity, how much are you eating? So these are strategies like Weight Watchers. They do the point system. That point system is simply helping you eat less food. It's just getting you into a caloric deficit, okay? That's smaller plates, smaller portion size, you're gonna eat less food. That could be splitting your appetizer when you eat out. Instead of getting the appetizer, the entree, and eating it by yourself, split it with somebody else or take half for later. Again, just a strategy to get the quantity of food down so we're creating a caloric deficit. That's even logging your food in some of the different apps like MyFitnessPal, stuff like that. You're just being accountable to the total number of calories you're eating. It doesn't really matter what the quality and what those food items are. If it's 12 to 1,800 calories and you maintain it long enough, and that's the secret, it's got to be long enough. It can't be one day or 3 out of 7 days or over the weekend. It's got to be day in, day out, and you do that long enough, you will create a caloric deficit, you will lose weight. And particularly if you compare this with exercise, you have more calories going out. You put the two together, and you do it long enough, you will lose weight. Now, the second thing is, we get a lot of folks who I'd say are kind of skinny fat, I guess is the best way of putting it. Weight's pretty under control, don't really overeat, they just don't have the definition, the muscle tone they want. And the way we check it is I just look at height to waist ratio. If their waist is less than half their height, so you're 60 inches tall and your waist is less than 30 inches, less than half your height, you probably don't have a problem overeating. We just need to focus on some strength training combined with quality of food. So you could have 200 calories worth of protein, let's just call it chicken, lean chicken, or you could have 200 calories worth of Pop-Tarts or a Snickers bar. Now, both are 200 calories, but if you're eating the Snickers bar, though you might weigh the same as the person who's eating the grilled chicken, one of you is going to be kind of soft when we touch your arms and touch your stomach. You're going to be kind of soft and jiggly. And the other one, assuming they've been doing a little bit of weight training and exercise, probably going to be a whole lot firmer. So it's just quality of food, eating real food. Quality of food, this is where the diets like, the Atkins diet, keto do a little bit on this one, diet, paleo. These are all just the diets where there's a focus on if you eat these foods, the calories will count themselves. So if you're looking for like a quick diet or cookbook, those would be good cookbooks to look to because they're probably going to have real high quality, real food. And again, that's more important. If you got half your waist, if your waist is less than half your height, you probably aren't overeating. You probably just need to improve what you're eating. You got to replace the popcorn and the macaroni and cheese with the chicken. I'm talking to you, Mom. You know it. Third thing we need to worry about, third and final. This is the ratio of food. So this is the amount of carbs to proteins to fats. So am I eating a third carbs, a third protein, a third fat, or am I going higher carb, higher protein, lower protein, or somewhere in the middle? This one doesn't really have a hard and fast rule. It depends too much on who your parents are, what the current chemistry is in your body, based off your lifestyle, your exercise regimen, and not only how often, but what it is and how long you've been doing it, because as you do something longer, things change. The only thing you can do here is try it one way and try it the other. So, if you feel fine with a higher carb diet and you feel full, great. If you don't need that many, you feel fine with a lower carb, that's fine too. I eat a lot of protein. Do you need as much as I eat? Probably not. I just feel good. But others don't. Others feel better with less protein and higher fat. So the only way to know is to kind of go with like a baseline. Just make a conscious decision to eat one way, higher, lower, in the middle, whatever. Keep it up for a week, maybe 10 days. See how you feel. If you feel good, you're good. If you don't feel good, you feel hungry, get a little bit more of this or a little bit lower of that, and so you figure out what works for you. So I wish I could find a faster and simpler rule for you, but that one's a little tricky. So anyway, if you're looking to lose weight, first of all, how to know should you lose weight or do you need to worry more about body comp? Height to waist measurement, waist greater than half your height. We need to lose some weight. I don't care what it is. We got to make you a smaller person for health reasons. If your weight, so just get into a caloric deficit. If your waist is less than half your height, probably aren't overeating. We got to focus on the type of food you're eating. And third, ratio of food. So if you're battling with hunger, well, let's look at the ratio of what you're eating and play around with that so we can get to where you feel a little bit fuller. I'm Nate at Stowe Training. If you'd like to dive in, get a little bit more coaching with me on this, if you're in person, we can do it in the gym. If not, we can do it over the phone or over email. I don't care. Whatever's easiest for you. And